Gentlemen, welcome to the Happy Valley Ranch, part of the Albert Eckery Grassland Preserve. We're out here taking a look at the four-wheel drive Rover. It's our newest product. We've taken a lot of suggestions from our customers over the last couple of years and incorporated it into the machine. We have a retractable safety belt here. All you have to do to operate that is depress this lever and the safety belt comes out of the machine. Right behind the operator's seat here, we have the rollover protection system. And you'll want to keep this up most of the time while you're operating the machine. There are times when you may need to take it down, such as when you're doing under low-hanging branches, under some trees or something like that. All you have to do is remove the two cotter pins and it will fold down. So another nice thing about this is if you need to put it on a trailer or into a garage that's low or into a truck, it's much easier to transport it. If for some reason the machine becomes inoperable or you just need to move it a few feet and you don't want to start it up, say you want to push it around the garage, down here we have a lever that says on and off. What that does is disengages the transmission, so you're able to push the machine. Now it's quite heavy. You'll only probably be able to push it by yourself a few feet, but should that become necessary, just wanted you to have that information of where it is. Simply depress this lever and you can move the seat forward and backwards to whatever position is most desired for your operator. To access the blade belt area, simply pull up and the release lever will allow you access, and you can get in there and change the belts. Also, you were also able to access up here as well, okay? So just pull up here. This also allows you to get in there and maintain your belts. Next, just pull the seat forward and up, and that reveals right down here the seat's safety sensor. Okay, so if you hop off the machine without setting the parking brake, what'll happen is it will automatically shut off. Well, next I'd like to point out some of the features up here. We actually expanded the operator's room here, the compartment. Now to operate the machine and start it up, simply depress the brake, pull out the choke, and turn the key. Now down here, we have the brake, okay? Now to keep the machine running, should you need to get off and clear an obstruction or move a branch or need to pick up some garbage that you don't want to run over, just depress the brake. Then over here, you push this lever over, and what that lever does, it holds the brake down so you can safely exit the machine, pick up the obstruction, get rid of it, and leave the machine running. Otherwise, what will happen is if you get off the machine without doing that process, the machine is going to shut itself off from the safety sensor under the seat. Some of the other nice features that we have, the speed handle for the steering wheel. The operator also is able to change and telescope the steering wheel. There's 3 positions for that, so whatever comfort level they have. The machine also tilts. Just undo the lever, position the steering wheel wherever is most comfortable for the operator, and then simply tighten the lever back up. All right, over here we have the blade height adjustment lever, okay? That'll go from 6 inches down to 3 inches. All right. Now what I do want to caution everybody on is it has to be pulled all the way back to start it, okay? Otherwise it is connected to the safety sensor in the seat and the machine will not start. I have made that mistake and tried to figure out why am I not starting. So good advice, check that first before you check anything else. So once you have the machine set to where you want it, okay, this knob here is your on-off for your blade, okay? So I recommend setting your height first, then turning on the blade. So when you're operating the machine, after you've started the engine, you can rev the machine up to its highest RPMs for cutting, or if you want to idle down to talk to somebody or get off the machine, this is your engine RPM lever. Okay?
Is it designed to mow at max RPMs?
Yeah, that's where you want to be when you're out cutting, okay? But if you're in transport and you just want to cut it back, you can. Or, you know, if you're getting off the machine, I would suggest just putting it down to the minimum and then engaging the brake, okay? And then this lever here is your speed control. So this is very nice because, you know, you can regulate how fast you're going with the lever, or if you just let the lever be in the desired speed, you'll be good to go. And then your reverse is in here also, okay? And when you step on the brake, the lever will come back to neutral, okay? And then just to start off, just push it to where you want to go.
So reverse has that same feature. You control the speed by how
Correct.
far.
Yeah. Okay, another feature on our four-wheel drive system is it's an on-demand system. Okay, so what happens is if the machine needs extra power in any of the other wheels, the machine senses it, the pump sends extra fluid to those wheels. Okay, now, should you come to an obstruction or an extra steep slope, you do have the option of locking the rear differential. What that'll allow you to do is keep the back wheels in sync together, okay, for extra power, and it evenly distributes the power so that the obstruction or the slope is cleared.
And you lock the rear differential when you're in either reverse or forward?
Absolutely. But I would have the machine rest first, okay? So then lock the differential and then go to reverse or forward. I do not recommend doing it on the fly. Out front here, we have the knockdown bar. We changed the angle on that. What that allows it to do is, prior we had it set out a little bit further, but we realized by setting it in, the flails were able to get down to the roots much easier. So we moved this knockdown bar back a few degrees. Right here we had the Colton deck. Okay, this is Colton steel. It's a alloy that is abrasion and corrosion resistant. What also happens with this special alloy is if it gets scratched or abraded, what happens is it oxidizes and forms a new protective coating. So it's almost self-healing. Right now I'm gonna put on some gloves, show you the flail blades underneath. To access them, we can just pull this up, reach under here, and we have this center bar, okay? The center bar actually does none of the cutting. It's these flails at the edges. There's two of these, okay? And what happens is these flails are the ones that are cutting. Now, should you hit an obstruction like a rock or some other material that jams it, what actually will happen is these flails will then move because they're spinning, and it will eject the material without damaging it, okay? And then lock it back into place, all right? Now, when you need to change those out, because you have two sides, okay, just get some tools, undo it, flip them over, and you have a new edge. Also, I'd like to point out now is this is the pulley fan, okay? And what the pulley fan is, that's a new feature we're put on this machine. And what happens, and I brought one along so that you can see it, because it's gonna be hard with the video, is the pulley fan. So what happens is, this is mounted down into the machine so that it's blowing all the debris off the deck. So all the accumulated wet stuff that normally sticks to the deck is blown off, thereby reducing your maintenance.